What's up guys, macadii here. Now today I'm bringing you guys another NU battle. We're against a guy called Snipe. And looking at this guy's team, he's got very much a sort of PU team going on here. So we've got the Rhydon, Combusken, which is probably going to be Baton Pass. It can't Baton Pass Swords Dance anymore due to the Baton Pass changes. The Emolga, I'm not too sure what to expect with that. Meganium's probably going to be the special wall with maybe like using the Rhydon as a physical wall, but also as a tank. We've also got the Sea King as well, which is going to be interesting. I'm not too sure what to expect from that. And then the Bouffalon is probably what this guy is going to be baton passing into. Luckily, we do have the physically defensive Vileplume with the Sludge Bomb. But this is probably Sap Sipper Bouffalon, but it may also be Reckless. It's a little bit tricky to tell. It can run both. But in terms of lead, I am kind of expecting the Rhydon to lead, which is why Vileplume wouldn't actually be too bad a lead here. If he does decide to go into the Combusken, I'd be tempted to stay in. It's a little bit tricky because the Combusken does damage my core quite a bit, and I think this is probably going to be baton passing. So we're going to lead off with the Vileplume, as he does lead off with the Rhydon. Now we're going to make a bit of a prediction here, because I have a feeling that this Bouffalon's coming out. So we're going to Sludge Bomb here and see what this guy wants to do, because I think this Bouffalon is coming out, or the Meganium. So the Bouffalon comes out here, we go for the Sludge Bomb. Don't snag the poison though. Okay, well, I'm happy to go for another Sludge Bomb here and just punish this guy, because once this Bouffalon's out the way, I'm going to feel a lot happier. Goes the Mega Horn. Okay, so we can take those fine. Go for another Sludge Bomb. We don't get the poison. So I'm actually going to Synthesis here, because this is his most damaging move, I think, as he snags the poison himself, which is excellent. So we can just keep recovering up here and get back up to full. And this is one completely new to Bouffalon here, and he's probably going to let it die here. Yeah, probably. And we're just going to go for another Synthesis here, because we just need to keep up at near full health, just so we can switch into the Rhydon safely, and also maybe take a hit from the Combusken as well. So the Bouffalon goes down here, and we're in a much better position. He does end up leaving. So we're going to move on to the next battle and see from there. It shouldn't take too long to find one, fingers crossed. Okay, so we're in against a guy who has a bit more of a PU team as well, because he's got the Marowak here, Emolga, Fione. So I'm not too sure what the Emolga's going to be. It might be Agility Baton Pass. It's a little bit tricky to say. Probably actually looking at it, so he's going to Baton Pass into that Marowak, which isn't nice at all. But we have ways around that, so that should be fine. The Arbok is going to be a little bit scary. So is the Xatu. So I'm anticipating either the Xatu leading or the Piloswine leading. So I have a feeling Irwin wouldn't be... No, maybe not Irwin. Let's see. So I don't see the Choice Scarf being too necessary here on Rotom. So I'm actually quite happy to lead off with the Rotom, as he does lead off with the Fione. What we're going to do here is, I have a feeling the Emolga's coming out, because that's going to have Motor Drive. And if we can treat this a Choice Scarf, that means no Baton Pass shenanigans, nothing like that. Goes out into the Xatu, that's absolutely fine, because we go through Magic Bounce, and we just get we get leftovers here, so that's fine. So now this is in a position where it has to pick a specific move. We're just going to go out to Miltank here, because we can take pretty much everything really, really well. So that's great. And we've now neutered the Xatu. So let's go for a Body Slam here. Does end up switching out, which is fair enough. Out into the Marowak. We get the Paralysis. Now that's going to be really, really useful. And from here, I think Vileplume's the way to go, because I think we need to keep this Miltank around. This Bone Meringue really does a lot, but we can actually Giga Drain from there if we wanted to, and I think that's probably the way to go. Or we could Synthesis here, predicting the switch. And I think I'm actually going to Synthesis here. He does stay in. Okay. Oh, he gets the Paralysis. Okay, that puts us in a great position, because we can Giga Drain here absolutely freely, and that's going to KO. Okay, that's fine. So, goes out into the Xatu. That's another free switch out into the Miltank, which is absolutely fine. He could U-turn here. Just goes for another Side Shock. That's fair enough. Well, I'm going to go for another Body Slam and hopefully paralyze something else as well. So, and see from there, because that's why I really like Miltank, is it sort of spreads a lot of paralysis about and things like that. Doesn't paralyze the Piloswine. Okay. Now what we can do is, he's probably going to be setting up rocks here. So the question is, do we go out to Irwin? Because Irwin, nothing really appreciates a Scald. I'm pretty sure we can take a Stone Edge. And I think that's the way to go here. So we're going to go out to Irwin, as he does set up his rocks. And I'm actually going to go for the Scald here. Because I can always defog later on. And I need to get, if I can get some burn damage, he does end up switching out to the Emolga. Okay. 47%, we get the burn as well. Okay, that's really, really useful. What we're going to do here is we're actually going to go out into oversized hands here, because he's almost definitely got to Volt Switch. He goes out into the Fiona. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're not in too much of an issue here, because we've got Vileplume, and that should be the way to go, because I think we could, if he does go for the Ice Beam, that's the only thing. So maybe Mantine is the best switch back. I think we're actually going to go back into Mantine. I'm predicting possibly an Ice Beam here. He does go for the Ice Beam. That's absolutely fine. And now we're in a position where I think we're going to defog, because getting rid of these rocks will be really useful. I know he's probably going to be able to set them back up later on, but that's absolutely fine. So we get the defog off, and I think this is the turn where I'm actually going to rest. And because it does outspeed, and I can... No. Okay, so we can take another one. So we might unfurl here. Okay. And I think this is the end of Mantine, unfortunately. That freeze. Okay. What we're going to do now is, I have a feeling this is probably... This could be Choice Scarfed or something like that. Considering I'm 180 speed, or it's just max speed offensive. So, I wouldn't be too sad to go into Rotom here and go for Shadow Ball, predicting the Emolga, and then if he doesn't switch, then I'll probably go for the Volt Switch after that. Because I can take an Ice Beam, I can take pretty much any hit from this guy, and I imagine the Emolga's coming out here, because he has, it's my most obvious play here. Goes out into the Pillar Swine. Okay, I guess that was the other option. Let's see, what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to be cheeky and staying, because I know Rocks is coming, and I can actually steal his Eviolite, so he's a lot less bulky now. He goes to the Icicle Spear. Okay, I was expecting Rocks here, but we can, it's fine, we can take those, that's not a problem. And he does have leftovers, so he's a little bit more bulky, but it means we can go into Miltank here. And Miltank, while it's not physically defensive, we can take Icicle Spears for days, and that's absolutely fine. And I'm just going to hit back with another Body Slam. And if we can get paralysis on this Pillar Swine, that would be great. We don't, but we can also recover up on this guy. And in the end of the day, I think we're going to win this matchup. So we're going to go for another recovery here. And then just go for a Body Slam, I think. I'm surprised he's not setting up rocks. It's a but I guess I'm not too sure. I think I'm actually going to use this opportunity to set up rocks. Yeah. That's good, because that means now the Xatu gets punished every time it switches in, the Emolga gets punished every time it switches in, and definitely only having one more switch in really with the Emolga will be really, really useful. So I'm going to go for another milk... no, I can't go for another Milk Drink here. We're going to go for a Body Slam. We don't get the paralysis. Okay, that's not a problem. We can just go for another Milk Drink here. I know, I apologise that this is going to be a bit stally, but in the end of the day, we can take this Pillar Swine out, and that's going to be really, really important. So, I'm going to go for one more Milk Drink here, just to play it safe in case he crits. We can also PP stall him, because he's used a lot of EQs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so he's halfway through his through those. Okay. I'm gonna be play it safe, go for another Milk Drink. And he is still going for EQs. Yeah, as I said, I do apologise for this, but this is the play to make. Just going for these Body Slams, because at some point he's going to get paralysed, just like there. And we can go for another Body Slam, and now we can just... Oh, we just crit him. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's another big threat out of the way, and there's no more rocks on our side as well, which is excellent. So Mantine didn't die in vain, even with that freeze. I don't know. In terms of his switching, doesn't really have too much for this. Goes out into Xatu. Okay, well, we know we can take these hits, so let's just Body Slam here. Goes to Calm Mind. Well, he's Scarfed, isn't he? Or I'm pretty sure he's Scarf, yeah. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to go out into Oversized Hands, because he can't do anything now. Goes for another Calm Mind, but your choice Scarf. Gonna go for a sub. I'm definitely not messing this up, am I? Don't think so. Goes to sub. Okay, so this isn't Intimidate. That's really, really huge, because that means we can now get an Earthquake off. As he goes for his own EQ, and we just KO the Arbok. Okay, that's great. That's absolutely brilliant. A bit of a weird move with the Xatu. I guess he forgot he was Choice Scarfed or something like that. Goes out into Fione. Now, Fione's still a minor threat, but I think Miltank's the way to go here, because it's special. Ice Beams, unless it freezes us, don't you dare freeze. We're going to go for a Body Slam here. And we just need to take the Fione out, and then it's down to a point where I think we're pretty much good to go here. Go for another Body Slam, goes for another Ice Beam, and we got one more go, and then we should be able to take this Fione out, which is absolutely excellent. Please don't freeze. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's great. And I think it's GG from here. Okay, that's great. So that was a really, really good battle. We made some good predictions there and played around as team quite a bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I will see you guys at the final episode. Right. Macadii out.